Hey guys, welcome back. Or if you're new, how's your week been? Mine's been good. So today we're doing a film review on the legendary sequel, or the sequel we've all been waiting for, Happy Gilmore 2. Spoilers, in my opinion. So it starts with Happy. He's still doing great at golf, and he accidentally hits his wife, and she dies. So yeah, he never picks up golf again. Like, he never plays it again. Um, and they had to move out of the grandma's house after he fought for it, and Happy Gilmore won. So yeah, that sucks. I mean, seriously, why didn't we get any of the grandma house? I think it would have been kind of cool to see. They just there's like no screen time of it in like the actual building. There's barely any. So I feel like they should have done more with the grandma house. Honestly, I would have liked to have seen it after 30 years, the inside of it, but no, guess not. So that sucked. Um, yeah, and they basically have this. He's basically working at a supermarket now. This one dude asked him, he's like Max Eye, and he's like, "Hey, you're legendary. I know you, dude. Join my new thing." And yes, just like Space Jam 2, if you've ever seen that movie, where just a normal basketball player versus this high tech video game way cooler, change the rules kind of stuff. It's just that again, by the way. Now I know I sound negative, but I actually um I don't hate it here, but I could see the resemblance to Space Jam 2. And by the way, Space Jam 1 every day of the week. Um Better. Space Jam 1 is way better than Space Jam 2. In my opinion, obviously. And I think most people would agree with me because Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. And I don't hardly watch basketball, but I would say Michael Jordan is probably the best. So yeah, sorry for that, like, yap. So yeah, he just beats him up, which he should because that guy is like a little baby. And he has his kids are just goofballs, and his daughter is gonna go to dance class, and yeah, $300,000. Yeah, you know what it's time to do, Gilmore? Time to go back to golf. That's what John Daly said, or something. So he does, and he joins these like low, not even that good, swingers, or like golf players, swingers. What the heck? And he is so bad. Probably because he got drunk. Literally every item in his house, like a remote, his remote, it'd be alcohol. A clock, alcohol. That's this painting picture right here. Not a painting. It would probably be filled with alcohol if I was living with him. Literally everything in my room right now. Heck, get off. Even this fidget spinner would probably be filled with alcohol. So basically every item. And since he's whooping them, crushing, actually when he, after lots of practice, he starts, getting back to crushing everybody. So they're like, okay, we need five of the, we need to make all of our normal golf players beat each other, like do a little tournament, and whoever gets the best, like top five, will go against the top five maxi players. So they do it, and Gilmore does pretty good. He made it, even after he got drunk because it's Mother's Day, and yeah, his wife is dead. So he was like thinking about his kids and like, man, there's no mom anymore. So yeah, they tried to do that, and it did work, but not entirely. And then they got Shooter McGavin, bang. But and yeah, he's in a mental like hospital, and Maxi breaks him out. Well, not breaks him out, gives him a release, and basically like, join me. He's like, ain't no way, I'm a normal golf player. And he goes to Happy's uh wife's like grave, and he says, I'm sorry. And they have a little fight, and they're like, all right, we need to work together to take out this threat. So that's what they do. And then they go over there and fight the guys, and the new players, they basically are cheating, by the way. You know, like if I move my hip, I can't stretch it like 360 like they did in the film. Yeah, because it's like broken. Their hips are broken when they discovered that because they got so because one dude got a shoe up his butt, literally. They examined it and but they weren't looking at. But that's not the big thing. It's his like hip, it's like broken two pieces. So these guys can literally turn all the way back, and I'd be like, this guy needs to cheat to even be decent. Or yeah, of course he's gonna be as good as Gilmore. He's literally cheating. Had I been on that, had I been on the like show, I would have disqualified him. Me and Post Malone. Sorry about that one, but yeah, he's in the movie, and so is Travis Kelsey, Steven Smith, some two podcast guys that I've never seen, and some other people. Oh, and Happy has to go to since he got fired from his job at the supermarket. Hall, he goes to that thing. Yeah, that one dude who treated his grandma like trash, but and basically it's like a stay sober thing. But you gotta do work for me. But oh crap! At the end of the movie, you get the FBI break in and yeah, get him out of here. Yeah, get on out of here, Hall. I bit my tongue. Just want to show off these cups before we move on. So yeah, Hall is in it. Shooter, which is pretty good. He does do this a couple of times. Not as they're not as good as the original. And his original caddy comes back too. And he's like trying to get revenge because Sandler choked him, and yeah, that failed. So here's Happy, and his new caddy is actually named Oscar. And Travis Kelsey and them were having some beef, and they work at this restaurant that Sandler and them went to. And he's now the new caddy. One thing I did like about the film is that they actually used the caddy more, in my opinion. I mean, the caddy in the original was barely in the film. I mean, it's nice to see him come back in this one, but it feels nice that they actually did more. They did a lot more with this new guy as a caddy. Probably because he's like a big celebrity, though. But whatever. So yeah, they basically have this thing, this like ramp, I guess. So basically, you stand on it, and the thing will shake around. And Gilmore wins because there's like no, because the main villain Max is like, no, we're not doing no ties. You make it in there, and I'll shut down my business. But if you lose, you join me. And Happy's like, nah, I got a better idea. I get my grandma's house back, and I get your car, and $3,000 or something. Or he still gets shut down. And he's like, all right, deal, but I'm going to speed it up. So basically making it impossible. He still wins, though, and everybody gets a good ending. His kids go to, like, France or something. Yeah. And the villains just went missing. What else is there? Oh yeah, they bring back basically the sons of some of the characters that died, like Chugs. They bring his son, not like his actual, like the voice actor's son, but they bring his son and like to help him out again. They bring Eminem in the film, who is I don't remember his name, but he would just call Sandler a yeah a I'm not even gonna say, but he was in here. They bring the one dude, he's got like a needle in his head, his son back, his son, because they all died. And it feels like that's the only reason that they bring him back, because they're like actors died, or They just say, "Oh, they're dead. Oh, they're dead." You could have just said he's very sick. You could have just said he's on holiday. No, all reasons. He's in a better place. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Oh, grandma's dead. Oh, yeah, everybody, I guess, died. Or half the cast died. Or half the characters died in this one. Um, let's start with the positives. I think it's a pretty funny movie, pretty good looking movie. Um, Sandler was great. The caddy was nice. Shooter McGavin, I liked it again. And it was funny. There was some good humor, especially in the first half. And it's fun just watching him golf and beat these chumps. I didn't really, they were very annoying villains, if in my opinion. So I'm happy when he wins, especially. So now the negatives. Let's just say some characters don't get the best use. The original caddy is about as is maybe about has the same amount of screen time as he did in the original film. Um, the what's his? I don't remember his name, but the guy who had the nail in his head, his replacement's barely in the film. Um, uh, Adam Sandler's wife, or no, Happy Gilmore's wife. I guess his actual wife and two daughters is in the film. So, yeah, it was kind of nice when the one of the daughters was like, "You're cool, just like my dad," and it's actually his like actual daughter. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, Happy Gilmore's wife is barely in this film. I mean, good gosh, barely. I mean, it's like a 2 minute or 3 minutes in total. She's barely in the film. She's like a cameo. And I'm pretty sure she does interviews and like makes announcements or I don't know. I thought I saw an interview with her and Happy. And I was like, really? Why was she in the interview of this for this film? She's barely in it. I mean, good gosh, barely in it. It does feel like Space Jam 2. Did I mention that Shooter McGavin was in the mental asylum? And yeah, I did. Okay, and he got out. Yeah, I did mention that. So it feels like, and you don't even hardly see Grandma's house, which was a big disappointment. It's barely in the film. I mean, barely. And then they have the one dude. I can't remember his name, but he's in a good amount of the Sandler films. Um, and he's barely in it. I mean, barely, like 30 seconds. And it seems like I think it's kind of annoying. He's barely in the film, and Adam Sandler's wife is barely in the film. And yeah, and guess who has a decent amount of screen time, just like he did in the original? This guy. And honestly, why? Why couldn't we have his wife appear a couple times, like in his dreams, a little longer? You know, I'm not saying I get that she died, so she wouldn't play a big role, but good gosh, more than like, I suspect more than a cameo. But instead of giving attention to some better characters, no, we just spend time with Hall. And no, I mean, and maybe it's just my hatred, but Ben Stiller. I mean, I watched Tropic Thunder, and I just can't stand him in that movie. Um, just can't at all. So yeah, that's all I have. I think I give it an 8 out of 10. It was a good film. Although it doesn't seem like it's getting a lot of positive on the internet, which is kind of confusing me because I thought it was good. Clearly, I gave it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, that's all I have. I feel like they should have done some more with some of the characters. Um, but outside of that, it was good. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Maybe hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you guys. Peace out.